Hello there, and welcome to Bright Days. I'm Sarah, and today we're tackling something that affects all of us, especially as we get older: dust in our homes. You know that frustrating moment when you clean a surface, turn around for just a minute, and somehow the dust is already back? Well, you're not imagining things. Before we dive into our first hack, let me share something important. According to the American Lung Association, adults over 65 are actually 40% more likely to experience respiratory issues due to indoor dust compared to younger adults. That's because our respiratory systems become more sensitive as we age, and dust particles can trigger everything from allergies to more serious breathing problems. Let's start with the bedroom. And for good reason. The National Sleep Institute found that seniors spend an average of 7 to 9 hours daily in bed, making your bedroom the place where you have the most prolonged exposure to dust. Each night as we sleep, we shed thousands of skin cells that mix with fabric fibers from our bedding. This creates the perfect breeding ground for dust mites and airborne particles. Here's what you can do about it. First, commit to changing your sheets weekly. I know it sounds simple, but it makes a tremendous difference. When you're changing sheets, here's a senior-friendly technique. Sit on the edge of the bed to remove fitted sheets, and change one side at a time to avoid straining your back. Second, invest in zippered mattress and pillow covers. These act as a protective barrier, preventing dust mites from settling deep into your bedding. The hypoallergenic ones are particularly effective. They can reduce dust mite populations by up to. Third, consider switching to lightweight, washable duvets instead of heavy comforters. They're easier to handle when washing, and they dry much faster. If you struggle with changing heavy bedding, keep an extra set ready so you can take your time with the laundry. I made these simple changes myself last year, and not only did I notice less dust on my nightstand, but my morning stuffiness disappeared within a week. Better sleep quality is directly linked to cleaner air in your bedroom. It's as simple as that. Remember, we spend a third of our lives in our bedrooms. Making it a dust-free sanctuary isn't just about cleanliness, it's about creating a healthier space for restorative sleep. Part 2. Smart furniture choices, reducing dust at the source. Now that we've tackled the bedroom, let's move on to something you might not have considered: your furniture choices. Did you know that according to the American Furniture Association, the materials in your home can significantly impact dust levels? Their research shows that fabric-covered furniture can harbor up to 80% of the dust in your living space. That's right, your cozy fabric recliner might be one of the biggest dust collectors in your entire home. Think about what happens every time you sit down on that plush sofa. A tiny cloud of dust particles gets released into the air, circulating throughout your room and eventually settling on other surfaces. It's a never-ending cycle that can be particularly troublesome for seniors with respiratory sensitivities. So what's the solution? I'm certainly not suggesting you get rid of all your comfortable furniture. Instead, consider making strategic choices when it's time to replace pieces. Leather or faux leather seating is remarkably dust-resistant compared to fabric upholstery. These smooth surfaces don't trap dust particles the way textured fabrics do, and cleaning them is as simple as wiping with a damp cloth. If you prefer the warmth of fabric, opt for tightly woven materials rather than loose plush textures. The tighter the weave, the less dust can penetrate and become trapped. Microfiber is actually an excellent choice. It's soft and comfortable while being less hospitable to dust. Another culprit is furniture with intricate carvings and deep grooves. While these details may be beautiful, they're also perfect hiding spots for dust. Furniture with clean, simple lines not only has a more modern look, but is infinitely easier to keep dust-free. I experienced this transformation firsthand when I replaced my old fabric armchair with a sleek leather one last year. The difference was remarkable, not just in appearance, but in how much less dusting I needed to do around that area of my living room. Don't forget about decorative items too. Fabric throw pillows, table runners, and cloth lampshades all collect dust. If you love these accents, choose ones with removable washable covers to keep them fresh without much effort. By making these thoughtful furniture choices, you're not just creating a more stylish home, you're designing a space that naturally resists dust, making your cleaning routine so much easier as you age. Part 3. stopping dust at the door, your first line of defense. Let's talk about something that might surprise you. According to a fascinating study from the University of Arizona, approximately 60% of household dust doesn't actually originate inside your home, it's tracked in from outside on your shoes. That's right. Every time you or your visitors walk through the door, you're bringing in tiny particles of dirt, pollen, and environmental dust that eventually spread throughout your living space. This is why creating a defense system right at your entryway is one of the most effective ways to reduce dust in your entire home. I call this the two-mat strategy, and it's remarkably simple to implement. First, place a durable outdoor mat just outside your door. This first line of defense catches larger debris and dirt particles before they even enter your home. Look for mats with stiff bristles or grooved surfaces. These are particularly effective at scraping dirt from shoe soles. For seniors, choose one that's heavy enough to stay in place but not so heavy that it's difficult to shake out or clean. Second, add an indoor mat with microfiber or similar dust-trapping material. This catches the finer particles that make it past your outdoor mat. The University of Arizona researchers found that this two-mat system can reduce the amount of incoming dirt and dust by up to. That's an incredible difference from such a simple change. But here's where we can take a lesson from many Asian cultures. The most effective strategy is actually removing your shoes entirely when entering your home. In countries like Japan, Korea, and Thailand, this practice has been standard for centuries, and there's good science behind it. Shoe soles can carry thousands of bacteria and dust particles, and leaving them at the door prevents all of that from spreading through your living spaces. For seniors, I recommend keeping a comfortable pair of indoor-only shoes or slippers by the door. This addresses any concerns about foot support or comfort while maintaining a cleaner home. Choose slippers with non-slip soles for safety, especially if you have wood or tile floors. I implemented this system in my own home last year, and the reduction in dust was noticeable within just a week. Not only was there less dust on my furniture and floors, but I found myself needing to vacuum less frequently. A welcome relief for my back and energy levels. Remember, stopping dust at the door means less work cleaning it up later. And that's a win for every senior who values both a clean home and their energy. Part 4. Smart Vacuuming. Technology is your friend. When it comes to keeping dust at bay, vacuuming is essential, but it doesn't have to be the back-breaking chore it once was. Research from the Cleaning Institute shows that proper vacuuming can remove up to 85% of dust particles from your home environment. The key word here is proper, because how you vacuum matters just as much as how often. For many of us seniors, traditional vacuuming presents real challenges. The bending, pushing, and maneuvering of heavy equipment can strain our backs, shoulders, and knees. But here's the good news. Modern technology has given us wonderful alternatives that make dust removal easier than ever before. First, consider upgrading to a lightweight, cordless vacuum. Today's models weigh under 3 kilograms, less than half the weight of traditional vacuums. I switched to one last year, and the difference was immediate. No more wrestling with cords or struggling to move a heavy machine from room to room. Look for models with easy-to-empty dust bins that don't require you to bend down or handle messy bags. The swivel heads on these newer vacuums are particularly helpful for seniors. They pivot effortlessly to reach under furniture and around corners, eliminating the need to bend or stretch into awkward positions. Many also have LED lights on the cleaning head, which is incredibly useful for spotting dust in dimly lit areas. But if you really want to revolutionize your cleaning routine, consider a robot vacuum. I was skeptical at first. Could this little disc-shaped machine really replace my regular vacuuming? The answer was a resounding yes. Modern robot vacuums can be programmed to clean daily, while you're out enjoying your day, or even while you nap. They navigate around furniture, return to their charging stations automatically, and some even empty their own dustbins. Remember, you don't need to vacuum your entire home every day. Focus on high-traffic areas like entryways, the kitchen, and living room. A quick 10-minute session in these spaces, 3 times a week, can make a tremendous difference in your dust levels without overtaxing your energy. I found that combining a robot vacuum for daily maintenance with a lightweight cordless for occasional deeper cleaning gives me the perfect balance. My floors stay cleaner, there's noticeably less dust on surfaces, and most importantly, I've preserved my energy for activities I actually enjoy. Smart vacuuming isn't about working harder, it's about letting technology work smarter for you. Your body will thank you, and so will your dust-free home. Part 5: Cleaning air vents, the hidden dust magnets. Now let's discuss a part of your home that often gets overlooked: your air vents. Did you know that the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, reports that indoor air can be up to 5 times more polluted than outdoor air? A significant contributor to this pollution is dust that accumulates in your air vents. Every time your heating or cooling system kicks on, that dust gets blown back into your living space, circulating through the air you breathe. This is particularly concerning for seniors, who may already have respiratory sensitivities. Fortunately, keeping your air vents clean is surprisingly easy and doesn't require heavy lifting or complicated tools. First, let's talk about visibility. If you haven't checked your vents in a while, it's time to take a look. You might be shocked to find a fine layer of dust covering them. To clean them, you'll need a few simple tools. A long-handled duster, or your vacuum's brush attachment, will do the trick. Gently wipe or vacuum the vent covers every couple of weeks to prevent dust buildup. This simple habit can dramatically improve the air quality in your home. If you're feeling ambitious and want to do a more thorough job, you can remove the vent covers entirely and give them a wash. Just be sure to let them dry completely before putting them back in place. This will help ensure that dust doesn't get blown back into your home. Now let's discuss your HVAC filters. These filters are designed to trap dust, allergens, and other particles. But if they're clogged, they become ineffective. It's recommended that you check and replace your filters every 1 to 3 months, depending on your usage and the type of filter you have. Choosing a filter with a minimum immunocent reporting value, MERV rating, between 8 and 11, is ideal for capturing common household dust and allergens. By regularly cleaning your vents and changing your filters, you can significantly reduce the amount of dust circulating in your home. This not only helps keep your living space cleaner, but also contributes to better overall health. I've noticed a remarkable difference in my own home since I started this routine. My allergies have improved, and I breathe easier, knowing that I'm doing my part to keep my indoor air as clean as possible. Remember, a little maintenance goes a long way in making your home a healthier environment. Part 6: Mopping instead of sweeping. The easy and effective solution. When it comes to keeping our floors clean, many of us instinctively reach for a broom. But what if I told you that sweeping might actually be making the dust problem worse? According to research from the Allergy and Asthma Foundation, sweeping can stir up as much as 70% of dust back into the air, leading to a never-ending cycle of cleaning without truly eliminating the problem. So what's the better alternative? Mopping. Mopping is not only more effective at trapping dust and dirt, but it's also less likely to send particles flying back into the air. A damp mop can capture and hold onto the dust, preventing it from resettling on your floors or furniture. For seniors, the key is to choose a mopping solution that is both lightweight and easy to use. I recommend investing in a microfiber mop. These mops are incredibly efficient. The microfiber material is designed to attract and hold onto dust and dirt, much better than traditional mops. Plus, they're usually very light, making them easy to maneuver without straining your back. You can find mops that come with removable and washable pads, allowing you to clean them easily after each use. This not only saves you money on disposable products, but also ensures that you're always using a clean mop for your floors. If you're concerned about the physical effort involved, consider using a spray mop. These mops have a built-in reservoir that allows you to spray a fine mist of cleaning solution as you go, eliminating the need for a bucket of water. You can control how much moisture you're using, making it a more manageable option for seniors. For those with hard floors, mopping should ideally be done once a week, focusing on high-traffic areas like the kitchen and entryways. If bending down is difficult, use a mop with an adjustable handle to find a comfortable height. I started mopping instead of sweeping a few months ago, and I can't believe the difference it has made. My floors feel cleaner, and I'm no longer left with that dusty feeling on my feet right after cleaning. Plus, I've noticed far less dust settling on my furniture and surfaces. So next time you think about cleaning your floors, remember, grab that mop instead of the broom. It's an easy switch that can lead to a significantly dust-free home. Part 7. The Less Clutter Rule. Reducing surfaces, reducing dust. Now that we've covered cleaning techniques, let's delve into a simple yet powerful principle: the less clutter, the less dust. Research from the American Psychological Association has shown that a cluttered environment can not only increase stress, but also contribute to higher levels of dust accumulation in your home. Simply put, the more items you have, the more surfaces there are for dust to settle on. For seniors, managing clutter can feel overwhelming, but it's a manageable process. I recommend starting small and taking it one step at a time, focusing on one room or even just one area at a time. This way, you won't feel daunted by the task ahead. First, examine the surfaces in your home. How many decorative items, books, or knickknacks do you have sitting on tables, shelves, and countertops? Each item can trap dust, making your cleaning routine more labor-intensive. Consider keeping only your favorite pieces on display and storing the rest. A great tip is to utilize glass front cabinets for collectibles. This allows you to enjoy your cherished items without them becoming dust magnets. Another effective strategy is to adopt the one-in, one-out rule. Whenever you bring a new item into your home, consider donating or discarding one that you no longer need or use. This not only reduces clutter, but also helps cultivate a more mindful approach to what you choose to keep in your living space. For sentimental items, consider taking a photo instead of keeping the physical object. This way, you can preserve the memory without adding to the dust collection. It's a great way to declutter while still cherishing your past. I've personally gone through my home and made a conscious effort to reduce the number of decorative pieces I keep out. Since then, I've noticed a significant reduction in the amount of dust I have to clean. My surfaces stay cleaner longer, and I feel a sense of relief and calm in my living space. Remember, less clutter means less dust, and a more open, airy feel to your home. It's not just about cleaning, it's about creating a space that feels comfortable and rejuvenating. So take a moment to evaluate your surroundings and start your decluttering journey today. You'll be amazed at how much of a difference it can make in your dust levels and overall well-being. Part 8. Smart Window Strategies. Fresh air without dust. Let's shift our focus to a topic that many of us enjoy: fresh air. Opening the windows to let in a nice breeze can feel refreshing. But it's important to be mindful of when you do this. Research from the National Institute of Environmental Health Sciences shows that outdoor air can carry significant amounts of dust and allergens, particularly on windy days. This is especially relevant for seniors, whose respiratory systems may be more sensitive to these particles. So how can we enjoy fresh air while minimizing the amount of dust that enters our homes? The key is timing and awareness. Before you open your windows, take a moment to check the weather. If it's a calm day with little to no wind, it's generally safe to let the fresh air in. However, if there's a strong breeze blowing, it's best to keep the windows closed. Wind can carry dust, pollen, and other allergens directly into your home, worsening indoor air quality. Another effective strategy is to use window screens. Installing fine meshed screens can help filter out larger particles while still allowing air to circulate. Just make sure to clean these screens regularly, as they can accumulate dust and dirt themselves. If you love the idea of fresh air, but want to avoid dust, consider using an air purifier. These machines are designed to capture airborne particles, including dust, pollen, and allergens. When selecting one, look for models that feature HEPA filters, which are effective at removing at least 99.97% of particles that are zero point 0.3 microns in size. This includes dust mites, pet dander, and mold spores. I invested in an air purifier last year and placed it near my living room window. I've noticed a marked improvement in my indoor air quality, especially on days when I want to keep the windows open. It works quietly in the background, filtering out dust while I enjoy the fresh air. Lastly, don't forget to clean your windows and windowsills regularly. Dust and grime can build up here, and when you open the windows, that dirt can easily enter your home. A simple solution is to use a damp cloth or a safe glass cleaner to wipe down the surfaces. By being strategic about when to open your windows and utilizing tools like screens and air purifiers, you can enjoy fresh air without inviting excess dust into your space. This way, you create a healthier environment that allows you to breathe easier and feel more comfortable in your home. Part 9. Air Purifiers, a smart investment for your health. Now, let's explore an essential tool for maintaining a clean and healthy home, the air purifier. According to research published by the Journal of Allergy and Clinical Immunology, using an air purifier can reduce the concentration of airborne dust and allergens by up to 50%, making it an invaluable addition to any home, especially for seniors who may have respiratory sensitivities. Many people underestimate the importance of indoor air quality. If you've ever walked into a room that felt stuffy or had a musty smell, you know that poor air quality can affect your comfort and health. Dust, pollen, pet dander, and other allergens can circulate in the air, exacerbating conditions like asthma or allergies. That's where air purifiers come in. When selecting an air purifier, there are several key features to consider. First and foremost, look for a model equipped with a true HEPA filter. These filters are designed to capture 99.97% of particles, as small as zero point 0.3 microns, including dust mites, mold spores, and pet dander. This level of filtration is crucial for improving indoor air quality. Next, consider the size of the unit. Air purifiers come in various capacities, so it's important to choose one that suits the size of the room where you'll be using it. Most manufacturers provide a recommended square footage for their units, so make sure to check this before purchasing. Another factor to consider is the noise level. Many seniors prefer quieter models, especially if the purifier will be used in a bedroom or living area. Look for air purifiers that operate silently or have a low decibel rating. Ease of maintenance is also important. Some air purifiers have filters that need to be replaced every few months, while others come with washable filters that can save you money in the long run. Make sure to choose a model that you can easily manage, especially if bending down or reaching is a concern. I recently added an air purifier to my living room, and the difference has been remarkable. Not only does the air feel fresher, but I've noticed fewer allergy symptoms since using it. I can breathe easier, and I know my home environment is healthier overall. Investing in a good air purifier is a smart choice for anyone looking to reduce dust and allergens in their home. By improving your indoor air quality, you're not just enhancing your comfort, you're also taking steps to protect your health and well-being as you age. So consider adding this invaluable tool to your cleaning arsenal. It's a decision you won't regret. Part 10. Skin care. Reducing dust from your own body. Now let's talk about something that might come as a surprise. A significant source of dust in your home could actually be coming from you. Yes, that's right. Our bodies naturally shed tiny skin cells on a daily basis, and these cells contribute to the dust that accumulates in our living spaces. In fact, research from the National Institutes of Health shows that humans can shed as many as 1.5 million skin cells every hour. This is completely normal, but for seniors, it can lead to an increased dust problem if not managed properly. So how can we reduce the amount of skin-related dust in our homes? The first step is to establish a good skincare routine. Keeping your skin healthy and hydrated can significantly minimize the amount of dead skin that sheds into the air. For seniors, it's especially important to use gentle exfoliation methods to remove dead skin cells without causing irritation. One simple approach is to incorporate exfoliation into your shower routine. You don't need fancy products, just a soft washcloth or a gentle loofah can do wonders. Take a few minutes while you shower to lightly scrub your skin, focusing on areas that tend to be drier, like elbows and knees. This practice helps remove dead skin cells before they can escape into your living space. Next, make sure to moisturize your skin daily. As we age, our skin tends to become drier, which leads to more flaking and shedding. Using a good quality moisturizer after your shower can help lock in hydration and keep your skin soft. Look for products that are fragrance-free and formulated for sensitive skin to avoid any potential irritation. Staying hydrated is also crucial. Drinking plenty of water throughout the day helps maintain your skin's moisture from the inside out. Aim for at least 8 glasses of water daily, or more if you're active. I started implementing these tips in my own routine a while back, and I've noticed a remarkable difference. Not only does my skin feel softer and healthier, but I've also noticed less dust accumulating around my home. So, remember, a little self-care goes a long way in reducing the amount of dust in your environment. By taking care of your skin, you're not only enhancing your own comfort and appearance, but also creating a cleaner, healthier living space. It's a win-win situation, and your home will thank you for it. Part 11. Toilet paper and tissues. The unexpected dust source. Here's something that might surprise you. That ultra-soft toilet paper and those plush facial tissues you love might actually be significant contributors to dust in your home. According to cleaning experts, every time you tear a sheet of toilet paper or pull a tissue from the box, you're releasing tiny paper fibers into the air. Research shows that each use of ultra-soft paper products can release up to 1,000 microscopic fibers that eventually settle as dust throughout your bathroom and beyond. This is particularly relevant in bathrooms, where you might notice a fine layer of dust on countertops, shelves, and even the back of the toilet, despite regular cleaning. The culprit, those luxuriously soft paper products we've all grown accustomed to using. Now, I'm certainly not suggesting you switch to scratchy, uncomfortable alternatives. Instead, there are simple ways to minimize this source of dust while still maintaining your comfort. First, consider choosing toilet paper and tissues with lower lint factors. Look for products labeled as low dust or those that don't advertise extreme softness as their main selling point. These options still provide comfort while shedding fewer fibers into your air. Another effective strategy is to store your paper products properly. Keep your extra toilet paper in a closed cabinet rather than on an open shelf or toilet tank. For facial tissues, opt for covered tissue box holders instead of leaving boxes exposed. These simple containment methods can significantly reduce the amount of paper fibers that escape into your air. You might also consider the placement of these products. Storing tissue boxes away from air vents or fans prevents air currents from dispersing those tiny fibers throughout your home. Similarly, keeping toilet paper in a bathroom cabinet until needed, rather than having multiple rolls exposed, can make a noticeable difference in bathroom dust levels. I made these small changes in my own home last year, and I was genuinely surprised by the results. My bathroom surfaces stayed cleaner for longer periods, and I found myself dusting less frequently. It's one of those unexpected adjustments that seems minor, but can have a significant impact on your home's overall dust levels. Remember, the goal isn't to eliminate these convenient products from your life, it's simply to be mindful of how they might be contributing to dust and to take simple steps to minimize their impact. Your respiratory system and your dusting routine will thank you. Part 12. Effective dusting techniques. Expert methods for seniors. As we wrap up our discussion on keeping dust at bay, let's talk about one of the most dreaded chores, dusting. It can feel never-ending, especially for seniors who may struggle with bending, stretching, or reaching high surfaces. But don't worry, I'm here to share some expert dusting techniques that will make the task easier and more effective. First and foremost, let's talk about the tools you use. Many people still rely on traditional feather dusters, but these can actually just move dust around without capturing it. Instead, switch to a long-handled microfiber duster. Microfiber is designed to attract and hold on to dust particles, making it far more efficient. Plus, with a long handle, you can reach high shelves, ceiling fans, and even baseboards without needing to climb on a chair or stool. When dusting, always start from the top and work your way down. This will prevent dust from settling on surfaces you've already cleaned. For example, begin with ceiling fans or high shelves. Then move to furniture and finally finish with lower surfaces like tables and floors. This systematic approach ensures that you're not just redistributing dust, but actually removing it. Another handy tip is to use dryer sheets to help repel dust. Yes, those same sheets you use in the laundry can be effective for dusting. Simply rub a dryer sheet over surfaces like shelves, electronics, and even blinds. The anti-static properties help prevent dust from settling quickly, meaning you can go longer between dusting sessions. If you're tackling a large area, break it down into smaller sections. Focus on one room at a time, or even one area of a room, to make the task feel less overwhelming. Set a timer for 15 or 20 minutes, and see how much you can get done in that time. You might be surprised at how much you can accomplish without exhausting yourself. Lastly, consider pairing your dusting routine with your air purifier. By removing dust from the surfaces and running the purifier at the same time, you can significantly reduce the amount of dust circulating in the air. I've implemented these techniques in my own home, and I've found that I can dust more efficiently and effectively. Not only do my surfaces stay cleaner for longer, but I also feel a sense of accomplishment after each session. Remember, dusting doesn't have to be a chore that drains your energy. With the right tools and techniques, you can make it a manageable part of your cleaning routine. By dusting smarter, not harder, you're creating a more comfortable and healthier living environment for yourself. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope these tips help you enjoy a dust-free home. As we come to the end of our journey through these 12 incredibly simple home hacks to reduce dust, I want to take a moment to recap the key points we've covered today. Each of these strategies is designed with you in mind, specifically to make your home a cleaner and healthier place to live, especially as we age. We began by discussing how to create a dust-free bedroom, emphasizing the importance of regularly changing your sheets and using protective covers on your mattress and pillows. Then we moved on to making smart furniture choices to minimize dust accumulation, followed by the critical role of stopping dust right at your door with effective mat systems. We also explored how modern vacuuming techniques and tools, like lightweight and robotic vacuums, can drastically reduce the effort required to keep your home dust-free. Don't forget about the importance of cleaning your air vents and changing your HVAC filters regularly to maintain good air quality. Mopping instead of sweeping was another essential tip we shared, highlighting how this simple switch can trap dust rather than stirring it back into the air. We also discussed the significance of decluttering your living space, which directly correlates to less dust. When it comes to enjoying fresh air, we learned to time our window openings wisely, and to invest in air purifiers for optimal indoor air quality. Additionally, we addressed the surprising role of our own skin in contributing to dust and shared simple skincare tips to mitigate this issue. We even tackled the unexpected dust sources in our bathrooms, like toilet paper and tissues, and finally, we wrapped up with effective dusting techniques that can make this chore easier and more efficient. Now I'd love to hear from you. Have you tried any of these tips in your own home? Do you have your own dust-reducing hacks that you swear by? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. I'm eager to learn from your experiences and create a community where we can all share insights for a cleaner, healthier home. If you found even one of these tips helpful, please take a moment to like this video and share it with friends or family who might benefit. Your support means the world to me and helps us grow the Bright Days community. Thank you for joining me today, and remember, with a little effort and the right strategies, we can all enjoy brighter dust-free days ahead. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.